the fandom and the celebrity status. If Darshan's one fan, like the way you tweeted, one fan has been instigated to literally kill another fan, though it was not the expected outcome. How do you think the fandom and the celebrity status plays into it? Are
Yeah.
the fans so much in trance that they just take the instructions?
There are two kinds of things. See, the general fans who watch the film and who kind of do it on first day and cheer the hero, they're separate. They never come in touch with the so-called star.
Hmm.
Who comes in touch with these so-called fan club presidents?
Hmm.
So they will have some kind of a contact because they will come to the pre-release function, they will come to the birthday, and they will have some office set up there, and they will have his pictures and all that. There'll be communication.
Hmm.
So they're almost like a de facto,
Go-to
units.
guys.
Yeah, they're your chelas, they're your something like that.
Right.
So when they are asked to do something, they will rarely get a chance to impress their idol.
Hmm.
So Darshan talking to them to track this guy, who's
Was like
putting
an
these nasty
instruction that they
messages.
just want to.
Yeah, it is like an order from the
Right.
God. That's
Right.
that's how they would feel,
Right.
And then they would believe in the power of Darshan, that he can take care
He
of
would
it.
protect them.
Yeah. To give an example, like when I was shooting Shanakshanam, now Sridevi was such a big star, so we were shooting in these places where there were too much of crowds,
Hmm.
So I called some people, to be around her and beat anybody who comes within 10 feet of her.
Hmm.
Now they're all like fans. They're Sridevi's fans, and they know me and all that, So they what they did was like a circle inspector who just happened to come. They beat the circle inspector because see, their minds are so small. They
Yes.
believe that we are more powerful than the inspector.
Right.
That is almost coming to a dog. Now, what
Right.
does a dog do?
Hmm.
See, your dog will bite anybody if you ask it to bite.
Hmm.
It doesn't care if it's Narendra Modi or Osama bin Laden. It doesn't even know. So you are the world.
Right.
So these kind of people, like who did this whole thing for Darshan,
Hmm.
for them Darshan is God.
It's like
He is all powerful. Everything he will take care of.
right.
Otherwise, nobody will want to be involved in a crime which is not of their direct concern. No?
Right.
Direct concern is who? Pavitra.
Hmm.
Through her to Darshan. It stops there. Everyone else involved was 10, 15, 16, whatever people. They just happen to know Darshan.
So these are the dynamics that play out between the fan club presidents and the celebrities.
Now the fan clubs, lots of times, they will start dictating on their personal lives. Don't do this, do that. Only because of the access through social media.
Right.
Somebody is getting divorced, or somebody is having an affair, or somebody is doing something which they don't like. So they kind of own up to them, and start dictating how they should behave and all that stuff.
Right.
So if you understand that is where they're coming from, you will not care about them.
Hmm.
Now, partly it will be guilt. Partly they could be raking a truth. I'm not saying in this case. I'm talking in general how the fans can bother. Lot of stars believe in fans because their power comes from there.
Right.
Once I told a top hero, for you to think you have millions of fans is fine, but I don't think even one of them you will actually take home and proudly introduce him to your people. So they're like a sum of zeros. Like in Ayn Rand's line, not about fans, she said, people who don't matter in the scheme of things.
Right.
See, if let's say Darshan is in crores, that guy might be having some 10, 12 followers. That will be his size, So they will make nasty comments to increase the followers. So that is ecosystem how the social media works.
Right.
Non-celebrities, these guys. So by talking about celebrities, they manage to get their 2-bit fame. And when you know that, that's when you should understand it's like a dog barking on an elephant. So the elephant, did you ever see it? It doesn't care. It just keeps walking. That's all. Even they come and bite also, it doesn't make any difference to the elephant.
Right.
So if you don't realize the bigness in you only, and you're stooping down to that guy's level, that is what Dharshan did.
Mm.
To beat up a elephant taking revenge on a dog, I think it's a ridiculous thing.
Right, right.
Even if the dog barks or bites also, ignoring the dog would be the best way to deal with the trollers.
Right, right. Now, talking about trollers,
Yeah,
how do you compare this with the mob mentality? People coming in groups and committing crime.
yeah.
I think in social media, it's exactly the
Yes, yes.
same.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you. When I was in my school days, a pickpocket was found in the bus. So people are beating him up. Like my friend, he also went and gave him one punch and came, and he was so happy that he got to punch someone. He was not bothered about the guy being a thief. It is not him. No.
Yeah,
He got to beat someone, which is exactly what the troller does.
it's satisfying your
Troller
own
gets
ego.
a huge satisfaction that he can say anything to any celebrity and
Right.
there's nothing they can do.
Right,
And psychologically, the celebrity would only look at the name and what he said. It doesn't even occur to him, he's too small in front of the celebrity. Like when I was in college, my principal used to like get some like famous poet or famous writer or someone once in a while, and we in the hostel, they in the night we used to be sitting and that guy used to give whatever speech and lecture, and some batch, like I was also one of the batch, we used to throw some chalk piece, make noises, cat calls and this and that, you know. So our principal said, I will never care about people who do anything from the dark without their faces being seen, or go to another state like a Tamil state and use Telugu abusers. Why? See, we won't do it in the front row. We'll do it in the back row because our faces won't be seen.
you want to be anonymous.
Yeah. Now the troller is literally not anonymous, but because of the number, you can't really care about that person.
Right, right.
How many people are you going to go and see? To give a complaint is not going to work.
Hmm.
See, that is where the complexity of this case is.
Hmm.
What he said must have immensely hurt Pavitra, which is understandable. Okay. Now, if she goes to complain, the cybercrime tracking, and they will have 1 million cases like that at any given point of time, and nobody will take online abuse seriously.
Right.
The police don't have the resources to fight something like that. So she would feel unjustified. So when do you take law into hands? When you think the existing legal system cannot give you justice in the same comparison as how much you have been aggrieved. That is when you take law into hands.
Right.
Yeah. So if somebody is doing it, if my sister is being teased, I won't go to the police. I will only go and beat up.
Hmm.
Because the process of the police is rational.
Right.
Here you're acting on anger. Anger is coming. See, if Dharshan is not a star, if Dharshan is just a nobody, or Pavitra also is a nobody, none of this would have happened.
Right. They would just ignore.
Because Dharshan has the means.
Hmm.
He's got some fan club people in that area, Chittadurga or whatever, and it just created a chain reaction, and yeah, that's it. So coming back to the trollers, see, if you look at the timeline of celebrities, including Narendra Modi, all the time they are saying something or the other. By reacting to them, even on a troll, even in the social media, I think is giving them importance.
Right.
That is what it will serve their purpose.
Right.
Once I remember Chiranjeevi garu, there was this huge crowd and they were mopping him, holding him, pulling him, and all this. And that's a physical thing. There is fans, fine. But if they're pulling his hair and this and that, at one point of time he lost it and he started beating them just to, and
control.
whoever he beat, they were very happy because his hand touched them.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is the whole point. There was one case, like when Sridevi told me, there was this one guy who was constantly looking at her in the crowd. Okay. And then next day, she is shooting in Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai. Anywhere he's there. He's just following her wherever she goes. And he doesn't come. He doesn't take autograph or photograph, nothing. Now she told me, now I can't do anything because he's done nothing to me. But the fact that there is a person out there constantly thinking about me is a scary thing.
Right.
Because it's like a time bomb.
Mm.
You don't know what he will do next.
Mm.
Then it's a question of, suppose at that time, I'm just speculating, if Sridevi happened to be this kind of a nature, or
Right.
she knows somebody, this guy is bothering, now to impress Sridevi, he might have done something to that guy,
Right. Right.
only to get rid of that irritant for her.
Mm. Mm.
So this is not a, I mean, rare thing.
Mm.
People all the time nourish that thing of just, I wish I can kill him, man, fucking bastard, you know. You get that, but your sense will prevail, your anger will come down in time.
Right.
That is happened most of the time.
Right.
But sometimes it can take this call, what you took now,
Right.
where it just I mean, created a chain reaction which was in nobody's control after some time.